Hi everyone, this is Mr. Ong from Asterie Tuition Center. Today we are going to learn Emacs solutions to quadratic equations. So there are three ways of solving your quadratic equations. First will be factorization. So in factorization, we will see this example. We have 2x squared minus 5x minus 18 equals to 0. So the question tells us to factorize this. So in factorization, we do the factors as below. So you have 2x squared, put the x squared here, okay? Then for factorization, put the number over here, the constant term here. Then finally put the x term on this side. Okay, so what are the factors of 2x squared? So of course you will have your x and x. X times x equals to x squared. So 2 and 1 are the only two factors of 2x squared. So now we need to find the factors of minus 18 such that this side times this side will give you a number, and this side times this side will give you a number. These two numbers should give you minus 5x. So take a moment to think about what are the factors of minus 18 that you can put here so that you will get minus 5x when you add the numbers from here and here together. Did you get it? Okay, the two factors are minus 9 and plus 2. Okay, so far? Okay, so when x times plus 2, when 2x plus 2, when 2x times plus 2, you will get 4x. When x times minus 9, you get minus 9x. So this gives us our minus 5x as shown. Okay? So the answer to 2x squared minus 5x minus 18 will be equals to, so what you do is copy down the two factors, x plus 2 and 2x minus 9. Okay, the right side is still 0. So if x plus 2 equals to 0, then x equals minus 2. Because this times this equals to 0, one of them must be 0. So if x plus 2 equals 0, x equals to minus 2. If 2x minus 9 equals to 0, 2x equals to 9, and x equals to 4.5. Alright, so this is the solving of quadratic equations using factorization. Next up, we will see solving of quadratic equations using completing the square. So this will be a new topic, so please pay more attention. So if you want to complete the square, okay, what we want to do is to make it in the form of something like x plus 1 square equals to 7. So this is already a completed square. So to get the answers to this, what we do is to square root both sides. So you have x plus 1 equals to plus minus square root 7. So the answers will be x equals to plus square root 7 minus 1 or minus square root 7 minus 1. So what happens if you have if this equation is not a completed square yet? So what you will see next will be a one-step. It will be a one-step solution to complete your square. So for example, you have x squared plus 6x minus 8 equals to 0. So note that you are unable to factorize this. The question asks you to complete this square. So what you can do is pay attention, make sure that the number in front of here is 1 only. Okay, if it is 1 only, then you apply this one step solve completing the square formula. So what you do will be, okay, put down x, then plus, so take this number, the one with x term, take and divide by 2. So you get x plus 6 over 2, this is squared Alright, so since you created this 6 over 2 out of nowhere, you have to minus it off. You will get minus 6 over 2 squared minus 8 equals 0. Okay, so after that, do as per normal. You have completed the square. So simplify your whole equation. You should have something like x plus 3 square equals to minus 3 square minus 8 will be equals to 17. Minus 17. So you bring over, you will become 17. So this will give you x plus 3 equals to plus minus square root 17. X equals to square root 17 minus 3 or minus square root 17 minus 3. Okay? So this is the one-step formula for completing your square. So now we will see what happens if the x squared coefficient is not 1. So what do we do? So if you can guess, it is quite straightforward. If the x squared coefficient is not 1, like here, 2x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals 0. So this is not 1, so you cannot use the one hit method. So what we need to do is to make it 1 first. So divide everything by 2 to make this coefficient 1. What will you get? You will get x squared minus 5 over 2x plus half equals 0. Okay? So now you are left with 1x squared. Can you complete the square? Yes, you can. So how do you do that? So remember from the previous example, what you do is just put the bracket. Since this is 1x squared already, put x. Take note, there's no x squared here. Okay, then after that, copy this, divide it by 2. So 5 over 2 divided by 2 is 5 over 4. Okay, so you have completed the square. Put in the complete square. So you created this minus 5 over 4 when it was not there originally. You must minus it off. So minus 5 over 4 square plus half was never doing anything, so just copy it down. There you have it. So simply you have completed the square. Now simplify it and you can get the answer. So this is x minus 5 over 4 square equals to, key this into your calculator and bring it to the right side. You should have 17 over 16. Okay, then solve for this. What you will have is 2.28 or 0.22. Okay, so now you have learned how to complete the square. So that is the second way to solve your quadratic equations. Now we will take a look at the final way, which is the quadratic formula. So here, please take a look at the quadratic formula. X equals minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So what are all these a, b and c referring to? So look at your quadratic equation. Your quadratic equation, for example, 2x squared minus 11x plus 7 equals 0. Okay, so in this case, the a will be the coefficient of x squared, the b is the coefficient of the x, and c is the constant. So a equals to 2, b equals to minus 11, c is equals to 7. Okay, so you solve this by putting these values of a, b and c into the quadratic formula. So this x is equals to minus 11 plus minus square root of b squared, which is minus 11 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, c, which is 7, over 2 times a, Okay, so far. So this will give you 11 plus minus square root of 65 over 4. So the final answers will be 4.77 and 0.73. So this is the solving of quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Okay, thanks for watching.